the way the fight went. Very difficult to say this fight here. The intangibles favor Pacquiao, though, this fight.
Two other editorial notes we haven't touched on as they come.
And his jab and the fact that Pacquiao gets his feet crossed up often when he gets close.
In the last 20 seconds, you saw Pacquiao twice land the straight left. Not a really big shot so far. This is the way the first fight went. They loosened up and traded punches most of the way. Morales backs Pacquiao up with a big right hand. Almost knocks him down with a right hand. Stuns Pacquiao. Admission way too often in the first fight. The idea is to get inside and set it up. Here's a good body shot by Pacquiao. Morales momentarily stops him with a right.
Well, after a minute of sizing each other up, they're sizing each other up in another way right now.
A flurry at the end of the round by Pacquiao, another landed left hand. Interesting, if you look at CompuBox numbers for round one, just like the first fight. Morales throwing fewer, landing at a higher rate. Pacquiao throwing more.
Yeah, which may end up being a bigger factor because he's punching good, but he loses his balance often. But the punching is, listening to you, Jim, he's starting to work with his right jab right there.
That's what he needs to do. He has to be a two-handed fighter instead of a one-handed fider.
Primarily looking for a straight left through the middle. There it is.
There's a hard left hand by Pacquiao. Backs Morales up. And another hard left touches up Morales and momentarily stuns there. But Morales always fights back when he's stunned.
There's so much for the boxing.
The war is on.
What separates fighters like Morales is they won't take a punch for an answer. They're going to reply. Pacquiao says he's got to punch his gloves.
Manny, the crowd chants. And he almost knocks Morales down with the left.
Yeah, the straight lefts are landing right between the gloves.
And Morales has not stopped the straight left hand at all tonight.
No, he doesn't have any defense. The only defense he has is to just fight.
Pacquiao just missed with a left that might have sent Morales home early. Morales comes back with a straight left hand and chopping rights and does...
It's hard to tell yet whether the puncher's gloves are having an effect, but Manny Pacquiao is throwing that left with abandon.
And remember, Morales is still wearing the winning gloves, which are more padded and tend to do it.
He's just a furious arm puncher very often.
Yes, Pacquiao punches directly, as we say, through you. He doesn't punch just to make contact. He tries to punch completely through you with all of his heart before. Seems to be a little unsteady.
Hard right hand by Morales over the top. And a left hook by...
And effectively to make it much easier for that straight left to the center.
And the straight left. But if Pacquiao was expecting to knock Morales out by landing straight left hands, it hasn't happened yet. They trade combinations. It's Morales who dominates the exchange. And he goes back to work with the jab and the right hand. If Pacquiao isn't stopping Morales' right, Morales isn't stopping Pacquiao's left.
It's a good thing that both of these guys have good chins. Morales is a much more solid fighter balance-wise than Pacquiao. Pacquiao's a lot of times at the end of his combinations looks like he's hurt when he's not because his balance is so bad.
Pacquiao is a blunt instrument.
Morales 21 out of 68. He had a very good round. Pacquiao 13 out of 67. Morales with an edge in power connects. If you're scoring, you might want to say...
Free could call it a knockdown. Morales did get caught. He did go into the ropes, but I thought it was more of a slip. He was more off balance. I agree with Bayless. It wasn't a knockdown.
Incidentally, even, and I have it 1-1-1.
Fans will like you better, Larry.
Punches is a totally different fight.
Well, when a guy boxes and moves as Raheem did, Morales gets disgusted and says, oh, he doesn't really want to fight. But Morales with a stiff left knocks Pacquiao's head back and does it again. When Morales effectively picks his shots and then goes back to defending afterward, he's very effective.
He's got a high ridge bone in his nose, and that swells up right away as soon as he starts getting hit a butt.
Continues to drive Pacquiao back. Pacquiao threw 81 jabs in the first two rounds, but has begun to slow down on that and go back to the routine of power punching all the time. That helps Morales to find his opening and landed 11. Pacquiao tried 29 jabs in the fourth round, landed only 3. He was very effective with the jab in the first couple of rounds. Now Morales is beginning to solve that.
He just has really no defense for it. He just jabs over his shoulder.
Hard left.
Gloves on.
Exactly. That was a solid shot. If the knockout puncher was looking for a knockout, he might have thought he'd gotten something there.
It shouldn't make that much difference. But definitely Morales is the bigger man.
And he imposes his will on Pacquiao again, busting with 2 right hands. And another one. Manny's firing left jab and right cross. Pacquiao fires the left up the middle and lands again. And lands again. And lands again. And Morales comes back with a...
And Pacquiao doesn't have a defense for the left jab of Morales.
So if the question was... Box numbers through the 5th round. Morales has landed 24 more punches. Pacquiao has thrown 56 more. And another right hook as Pacquiao follows up immediately. Morales goes back to the jab. Pacquiao lands a straight left. Level going up.
That was about a tough 10 or 12 seconds for Morales. And here he comes right back.
I was just going to say that Pacquiao reminds you of that, what's the commercial about the energy, the bunny or whatever?
Pacquiao's wearing Reyes gloves, and still Morales can take Pacquiao's best shot.
Yeah.
But his face is getting marked now. His nose is broken and twisted to one side.
And it's giving new energy to Pacquiao, too.
No question, Pacquiao has rearranged Morales' nose with, I believe, his right hand. Pacquiao landing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots inside. He's having a big round here. Already Pacquiao's thrown 52 power shots in the round and connected on 21 of them. Knocked out. Well, Manny Pacquiao has never won a decision on American soil.
Well, Pacquiao's goal tonight is to try to knock out Morales, to be the first guy to knock him out.
What a round.
That he knows that he's in trouble.
You saw the numbers if you were watching the graphic. Pacquiao landing 32 power shots out of 80. Hook to the body by Pacquiao. Morales catches him with a left hook. Turns it back around for the moment. Scraping Pacquiao against the ropes with lefts and rights. Manny looking to get in a left-hand shot. Backs Pacquiao, or backs Morales off. Here comes the Mexican Warrior again.
Have good chins.
What incredible competitors both of these guys are. Just when you think they are fading, they Pacquiao after Morales landed a good job. Eric tries to load up on one big punch and misses it. Pacquiao is getting more and more accurate as these rounds progress. There's a hard left hand over the top.
Morales is taking tremendous...
Yeah, Pacquiao's punching with more snap, more crispness. Morales is punching this on sheer determination.
And you've talked about balance in the past. It's Eric Morales who is wobbling now, as his legs have clearly been affected by the pummeling.
Toll on him.
Well, I think it's a little premature, but just posure, it seems.
We've seen Eric Morales' nose broken many times.
And punching with so much power.
There's also a cut over one of Eric Morales' eyes, but it isn't bleeding profusely yet. Another hard left hand inside by Manny Pacquiao. You saw Eric's head snap back. Morales continues to try to press forward and fight. Doesn't know any other way.
Affecting his conditioning badly.
He's got problems.
In the last 2 rounds, by CompuBox count, Eric Morales has taken 50. The word from Morales' corner via interpreter Ray Torres. His legs are just tired. That Pacquiao drives Morales back. He fires another right hook. He's been so good with the right hand tonight. Morales with a brilliant counter.
The straight left is beginning to find a target.
Right hand again. More effective right hand punching, and now Morales seems to be saying to himself, all right, I've got to just let it go and rip it. I might as well go ahead and look at the courage of Morales as he continues to try to fire combinations and turn it around.
His legs doesn't look too steady at all.
Morales' right hand partially blocked by Pacquiao. And then a series of Pacquiao shots. And Morales with a jab and a right hand and a body shot and another right, and suddenly he's back in the fight. Makes Pacquiao miss.
Massage, you get that after a workout. Before that, it leaves the muscles in a spent position. They're totally fatigued and stretched.
So you think Morales is going to get worse and worse here
Yes,
as they continue to rub? Nothing much has happened in the first minute and 15 of the round.
But he's still going to think that Pacquiao just seems to be more energetic, much more strength. And Morales seems like he's just slowed down. And all of the punches.
Could it be the difference between Reyes' gloves and winning gloves?
I don't think the gloves would make. I don't think the gloves would make any difference. I really don't even think.
Some brilliant right hooks and some good jabbing from time to time.
And Morales' legs are gone.
And they trade at close range, and now Pacquiao's hands are quicker. As Morales begins to lunge and reach, his legs are leaving him. His hands don't move at the same speed, and Pacquiao's more and more assertive as the fight goes on.
And going more to the body, Jim.
And Eric Morales...
No defense at all now.
Morales allows Pacquiao to trade with him and therefore gets hit more often because Pacquiao's hands are faster. Power shots in the 9th round. Morales 11 of 43.
Blood out into the bucket between rounds.
That's a good body shot by Pacquiao. He tries for another one. Catches Morales with a straight left. Eric manages to duck and slip a couple.
It would not be surprised for me to see him go down for the first time.
Pacquiao seizing the initiative again. Hard left hand stops Morales in his tracks there. Eric with his hands at his sides as he backs away along the ropes. And he almost did go down on that shot.
Yeah, he's fighting, but his legs are so weak that at any time he can
There
go.
he goes. Good call, Manny. That's the first real knockdown of Eric Morales' career.
Totally exhausted.
And it seems like he has the same expression that Barrera had on his face when he fought Pacquiao.
And now Morales is going to fall farther behind on the scorecards unless he can knock Pacquiao down. But it's almost impossible to imagine it now.
It's over.
There's the second knockdown and the stoppage. Manny Pacquiao.
Out of his last 4.
Here's the first knockdown, Emmanuel Stewart. You saw it coming.
Yeah, it was just his legs was going. I mean, anyway, even a punch on the shoulders would have scored a knockdown.
Another look at knockdown number 1. Pacquiao hitting Morales on the top of the head, and often that'll send the fighter down.
You can't fight when you don't have any legs to hold your body up.
Knockdown number 2. And at this point, Morales was just looking for a place to hide. And the hyper-energetic Pacquiao, relentless with right.
Round number 10, the winner by TKO victory, Manny Pacquiao.